Okay. Yeah, horoscope not popping if you didn't hit it was like one of the most confusing things to me. It's like you activated it to have it heal, having to manually hit it, like obviously to hit it on time, but like why it would fall off and not heal if you didn't hit it was just weird. Especially because it's a cast, like an extra cast.
Mm-hmm.
Like you sacrifice a weave if you hit it.
Well, but still worth it, isn't it?
It's worth the healing.
Why am I... Was it you who called me here?
What the fuck? On behalf of the convocation, I bid you welcome to our order. At times you will stand with us, at times you will stand against us. All that you might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. Yours is the seat of Elidibus, the emissary. By this name, your every action shall be guided.
So you peered into my memories. No matter. You will have found little of import. But I see you intended to summon me here no more than I intended to come. The fault is mine. Such is the burden of hope.
Why must you embroil the people in your plan? Had to know.
I merely avail myself of such tools as I require for the conflict to come. That which I do is no different from that which you have done so many times, Warrior of Darkness. I arm myself, I hone my skills, I make ready to vanquish my enemy. You. You who have murdered my brothers, who have taken their selfless labors in service to the one true world and turned them to ash. I see you for what you are. You are death, and only in death shall you serve any purpose. The Convocation charged me to steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. As Elidibus, it is my duty, and I shall see it done.
Oh.
I will strike you down. Destroy you body and soul. All else must wait. Ere long I will come for you, Warrior of Darkness, and I will save the world. One last matter. I bore witness to your final struggle with Emet-Selch. It seemed as if he saw something familiar in you. As if he mistook you for another.
Hythlodaeus called me his old friend. New old friend.
No. I recall not of whom he spoke. Mayhap I never knew you. Or mayhap it is another fragment lost.
Ah, I wasn't aware you already had a guest. If the conversation is constructive, I shall not intrude.
Wow.
But if you seek to stir up trouble, Elidibus, Then I must insist you leave at once.
Whoa! Not cool, brother. What the hell?
Though you lack her blessing, your soul is surprisingly dense.
Worry not. I seem to be unharmed. This is my own doing. The consequence of my recent exertions. It is the tower's way of compensating me for the demands I have placed on it. Rest assured, it is no great inconvenience at present. Indeed, I told Beck Lug as much, but they would not be persuaded and sent me away to rest. No need to make a fuss. Strange as it may sound, I consider it something of a badge of honor. One of the brave souls who saw me delivered unto the first once said that the world shall ever have a place for tales of heroism so long as we have need of inspiration in our lives. Though he and his fellows had no way of knowing whether their mad scheme would amount to anything, they knew that the attempt alone would inspire hope. Or so they hoped. A more optimistic lot one would be hard-pressed to find. They said they would find a means to save our God's forsaken world, just as soon as they had sent me on my way. Said it with such confidence that, for a fleeting moment, I half believed them. Such faith, such courage in the face of unrelenting despair. For a long time, it was more than I could bear to remember them. But having come this far, having sent full many on their way myself, I see things more clearly. To take action is to hope. To believe, to choose to believe, is to take the first step towards a brighter future. And why do I tell you this? Because I want you to indulge me in a little recklessness.
Okay.
Needless to say, I have a plan. And when all is said and done, I will ask yet another favor of you.
Yeah, it is you that's gonna ask the favor, huh? I had a feeling from the trailer.
You're both here. Oh, thank goodness.
What's wrong?
It's Thancred. He's collapsed.
We chanced to meet Thancred there, returning from his mission. He'd been shadowing Elidibus around the realm, only to lose sight of him near the Crystarium. When he's in the middle of telling us where he'd been, he just crumbled to the ground. The Churigans are looking after him now, with Alphino standing by, just in case his healing magics are needed. Couldn't do anything to help. I thought it best. You and the guard told me where to look. Cannot be easy leaving things to the side. My thanks for bearing the word. Let's hurt his spikers. Methinks this is going to go bad. The rubber. More of the plastic has peeled off, so now I've got like sharp plastic on. I've got sharp plastic for a thumbstick. I'm like,
What the fuck, dude?
it's not breaking skin or anything, but I definitely feel like I've got a tender thumb, and I'm just like, love to just get a new controller.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing now? Still at the 24 man?
Yeah, I think we're on the last boss, so.
You've been running this whole time, like your first run?
Yeah.
Ooh, a long dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Is it at least all good?
I mean, yeah, it's pretty good.
Tracked you here too, did they? My apologies. How do you feel? Embarrassed? Well, otherwise, well enough. I will be staying overnight. This episode was not the result of any injury I could find. Tancred's 8th, however, did show signs of instability. I did what I could to calm the fluctuation. All this is happening without warning. Not necessarily. Not exactly. You would doubtless recall the time Urianger nearly drowned and I gallantly went to his rescue. His water-walking charm failed. He was tired, as were you when you got back. We were both spent, yes. On account of which, you begged us to rest, which in retrospective may have been a good idea. The fact is, we've been experiencing regular bouts of lightheadedness ever since. There was no actual fainting. As Alphino observed, I have no lingering injuries. It most assuredly isn't old age, which leaves but one likely cause. The link between body and soul has been weakened further. Time grows short, we must complete the spirit vessel, all haste. To that end, Brett, might I trouble you to take a trip to the source? In addition to looking into our friends' bodies, I'll have you consult Cryo about our plan. If he has any concerns, we should at least endeavor to address them prior before proceeding. In the meantime, we should get back to laying bare Elidibus's plot. Thus far, I had learned this much. That in each of the places he had visited, there have been sightings of suspicious black-clad strangers. Moreover, the coming of these shady individuals has invariably coincided with some manner of misfortune, beasts terrorizing settlements, blight ravaging crops, you know, that sort of thing. All of which serves rather conveniently to make Elidibus's new call for heroes reverberate that much more loudly in the hearts of his audience. And you think the black-clad strangers are assy? I do. I fully intend to investigate further. Though for that, I shall require additional feet on the ground. You can count on mine. Gods know I've been itching to get out there for a while. Mayhap Urianger can be availed to join in your effort. He's already provided copious guidance in the matter of the spirit vessel's construction. It is for Beck Lug and I to wrestle with the rest. If you can spare the old boy, we may as well make use of him. I'll go and give him the good news. You'll do no such thing. However heedless you are in your own well-being, if you care at all for Reen's feelings, you'll stay in bed until you are needed. Alphino and I will find Urianger. All being well, I'll have to share the news by the time you return. Safe travels, right? Oh, that was Alphino, wasn't it? All being well, we'll have news to share by the time you return. Safe travels, right? Okay. That definitely was an Alphino. Fucking Wigglebottom. He shows up, he weird champs me, and then he vanishes into the night. Probably also running the new content.
Can I say one thing about this fight?
What's up?
How familiar are you with Limit Cut?
Not very. You're talking about T limit cut or normal limit cut?
Limit Cut.
Pretty familiar. I mean, that's just numbers, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it distance? Like, is it all the things we think it is? Or we know, like, of limit cut?
Well, I'm just gonna say limit cut is in this fight.
Ah, so it's a scrub killer for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Red! What an accident! I mean, awful timing! Oh, friends, they've taken a turn for the worse. Cryo's hardly had a moment to rest these past few days. She didn't want everyone to worry, so she's been keeping quiet. But listen to me, I call myself a receptionist, I haven't even bothered to ask why you're here. Think the spirit vessels will be ready soon? They want to make sure there are no problems at this end? You'd better talk to Cryo. She's with the others in the Dawn's Respite. Let's go and see her. Just prepare yourself, alright? What am I gonna see? What am I gonna see? I guess I'm about to see something shocking in this cutscene. So, ooh. Okay, what is it? They're gonna just be dead. Dude, oh no, I'm not ready for them to just be dead.
Excuse us. This way.
Why is everything off and quiet? It's a horror movie in here.
I would rather you hadn't seen this.
He looks exhausted and awful.
I'm sorry. We have urgent tidings.
Oh, no, I'm not angry with you. On the contrary. I know full well how hard everyone has been searching for a way to return home. And I had hoped to afford you the time you needed. But given our friend's present state, perhaps it was for the best that you came. Stiff and cold, all of them, as if they were made of wax. Barely alive at all. And they had been doing so well. Save for occasional signs of etheric instability, they appeared to be in passable health. Then, quite without warning, things took a turn for the worse. A change for which even Master Matoya could offer no explanation. She could only remind me that the soul is yet an unknown frontier, and that much and more lies beyond our ken. But let's not lose heart just yet. At times like these, it is all the more important that we remain positive. Why? I but this moment succeeded in quelling a fluctuation in Thancred's ether. And while the others have weakened, they have remained relatively stable. I believe I may leave my post for a moment. So come, let me hear your tale outside.
Fucking holy shit, that's not a fun cutscene. As you probably noticed, we put them in night clothes. I know they're not exactly asleep, but it seemed like the right thing to do. I made them some new clothes when they wake up. So they have to come back, and they will! New outfits for everyone if they return. What news from the first? Work on the spirit vessels proceeds apace, but our friends begin to falter, as they themselves have observed the link between body and soul is weakened. It's as simple as that. For now, I'm still able to quell the fluctuations in the aether. It's only a matter of time. We'll lose them if they don't act soon. The X-Arc is ready to attempt something. Let him attempt it. As for the spirit vessel itself, if we seek to draw upon Allegan wisdom, we could do worse than consult an expert in the field. I think I know just the man. Time being against us, it's best to go and solicit his aid in person, even if it does mean leaving my patient. Who are we seeing? Red, could you spare a moment? While Crow goes and find this expert of hers, I mean. There's a gift I was hoping to send our friends, and the first you see. We might be waiting a while. I wonder if you wouldn't mind giving me a hand with it. My first attempt turned out well, so now I'm gonna make it properly. I'll be in the kitchen in the House of Splendors. Meet me there. Well, I had better be off too. I shall see you soon, either here or at the house, depending on how our patients fare in my absence. Okay. There you are, Red. I'm sure you've guessed the gift is a bit of home cooking. Unlike Cryle, I can't do much to help our friends directly. That doesn't mean I've been idle. No, I've been doing my best for the Order, taking on the job and keep the coffers full. I've been helping out with the Ishgardian restoration. I'm wearing an outfit. I can't see her wearing the outfit. There's a chocobo right here. Unload this chocobo, please. In the course of all this, my culinary skills have come on quite a bit. So I thought, why not make something for our friends? It's baking in the oven even as we speak. Shouldn't be long now. He is wearing a culinarian's outfit. There, baked to perfection. I should turn off auto advanced. It's just bread. Your cake looks a lot like bread. It is bread, silly, and not just any old bread. This here is old world bread, Archon loaf to be precise. It's what they eat over on Charlene. Simple fare, I admit, but I thought it would remind our friends of home. If nothing else, Crowd tells me it's a good source of aether. It should lend them a bit of strength, at least. Surely nothing like the smell of bread fresh from the oven. Cryle, and if it is Ramboris. Ramboris? I trust you require no introductions, right? Hey, you. It's Ramboris, mostly from the Crystal Tower storyline. Yeah, you. Years ago. Greetings, my friend. Full glad I am to see you well. I confess, I have a long list of questions to ask you. I will endeavor to contain my curiosity for the present. I understand our mutual friend is struggling with the application of a certain elegant technology. I've been keeping Rambrois appraised of the events at the first. Suffice to say, he knows about the X-Arc. If anyone alive can provide insight into this matter, it's him and his fellow sons. Though I am to disappoint you, after a glowing endorsement, memory transference was the sole province of the Allegan royalty. Its mechanism is closely guarded secret. If any record of them remains, we've yet to find it. To wit, I regret I can offer no solution to your problem. Which begs the question why I bothered to come here empty-handed as I am. The answer being, rather brazenly, I ask a favor. I would have you relay a message to our comrade. Tell him that we never doubted. Never doubted that he would achieve what he said he would. Those of us who remain behind have yet to play our part. When the time comes, he may rest easy in the knowledge that we will most assuredly do so. Then the tower shall shine once more as a beacon of hope in this world and beyond. So tell him that we consider his duty done. He should follow his heart. But do you say this to discourage him from overexerting himself, or to encourage him to hold nothing back? That is for our friend to decide, but either way I dare say a certain someone will be unimpressed. Well, there you have it, Red. If you would be as good to see your Rambro's messages and Tataru's bread to their intended recipients, along with my report. Cryo, before I wrap the bread, would you mind giving it a try, just to make sure everything is as it should be? I'm always happy to lend my taste bud. We're gonna just sit here and watch Cryo eat bread? How are you gonna forget about Ram Ram? Excuse me, Rambor, is a fellow Charlene I trouble you for your opinion? I usually have mine with a good dollop of Roland berry jam, but I suppose plain is best for sampling. I see. Oh no, is it bad? It is dense and unpleasant, exactly as it should be. Just so, the very taste of home. As you might expect, our countrymen have amassed a wealth of culinary wisdom every corner of the world, but our native cuisine, shall we say, a little lacking. And Charlene, a majority regard food as a source of nourishment rather than enjoyment. Save for those who actually research culinary arts, we pay little heed to the niceties of taste and textures. It was against our gastronomic landscape what we call the Archon loaf was born, the creation of the Archon who devoted himself to his study of bodily substance. In order to maximize its nutritional value, he incorporated copious quantities of pulverized fish, vegetable matter into the dough. All ordinary carry those qualities which make bread enjoyable. The result is a flavor that continues to defy description. Yet for its many shortcomings, the loaf's nutritional value cannot be denied. And being a damnably convenient way to cater to one's bodily needs, it's quickly found an audience amongst busy scholars. Why, when I was a lad, nigh every meal was a sandwich made with this very bread and whatever ingredients happened to be on hand. I suspect just about every Archon could say the same. Having gone away from home for so long, I thought I might have forgotten the taste, but no, it's all too familiar. How it takes me back. If there's enough, perhaps you could spare some for the X-Arc? We certainly do appreciate it. Oh, there's plenty to go around. I'll be sure to wrap up an extra slice. Brett, when you deliver the loaf, please be sure to send everyone my regards. Tell them that we're doing everything we can and we'll be praying for the safe return until the moment they get back. I haven't even gotten to the meat of the patch, and I already feel like, oh, so much has happened. Cryo's food. Cryo in an outfit. It sounds like it'll do them good anyway. When everything's back to normal, I'll cook something for you too, Rhett. Gods know you deserve a treat. Just as a treat.
Also, I feel like there should be 11 in this one. You know, the after. Oh, I got the tank chest piece too, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Here. This is what it looks like.
Yeah, you gotta post.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it. There you go.
Would you post it?
The internet Y, I think so.
Oh. I thought you were gonna post a photo. Oh shit.
Oh.
Don't think I can look at that right now. Yeah, it's not letting me click it. No, I have to wait until the cutscene door.
I'll just wait for the cutscene.
Boris said that, did he? His words are very nearly as heavy as the bread. But I appreciate the sentiment. You have the chance. You may tell him that he needn't worry. That which I seek to do, I do of my own volition, with all my heart. In pursuing this path, I fully expect to earn the censure of our friends, and to deserve it, but I shall forge on regardless. Forge on as you did when you faced a similar predicament. So I ask that you have faith in me, what we do. But, were we talking about your journey? We were talking about your journey. Before the others arrive, I would hear about how their bodies fared. Oh, and the bread, I shall save for later. Though it has been many years, I have not forgotten the feats of massacration required to consume it, or how unconductive they are to conversation. That's pretty funny.
Bye-bye.
Oh,
Yumi joined and then she just... Oh, she's back. Hello?
Yumi?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Yumi.
I just got up.
You
Forgive the
just
delay.
got up?
To be fair, I fell asleep at 12, not 12, 10, hoping to sleep before waking up at 3.
Yes.
Yeah, oh my,
Oh yeah,
Yumi.
my sleep schedule has been so fucked.
Same.
Like, before I fell asleep, I saw Rhett was still streaming, and I'm like, this fucking bitch, what
Look.
the fuck?
The patch is tonight. You
I
think
know,
I'm
you
gonna
could-
be like, I'm asleep?
No, in my head, I'm just like, this man be streaming Left 4 Dead the whole time, including yesterday, and I'm like, god damn it.
So, I fell asleep after playing Left 4 Dead, then woke up and played more Left 4 Dead.
Oh my god.
Dude, we've been on that game. Modding it's really funny.
I know, it was so funny. Just yesterday, all I heard was Borks intensify.
Yeah, because I switched the sound effect of the shotgun to the barking dog, like a row, row, row.
God, I actually wish I drank coffee last night now.
Oh,
Either that or I just played PSO2 all night.
I will say that if I was to describe what being sleepy or having bed hair sounded like, it would sound like how you would right now.
Thanks,
You
I know.
sound like what having bedhead sounds like.
Maybe I should drink some water.
It's like you should do a little bit more waking up. You sound like you're like gonna blink and go to sleep.
I think this is the most tired I've ever sounded on mic.
For real. I think
Okay,
everyone's gonna start waking up and being like, okay, let's see.
Cutscenes.
We have visited every region and confirmed the presence of Ascians throughout the realm.
Lest a grave predicament be made to seem hopeless, it should be noted that they are of inferior rank. The black masked minions who answer to the red.
Old man,
What?
I love you.
Yes,
I love you
a gang
too.
of schemers attempting to exploit recent events, sow the seeds of
Thanks,
petty
Olay.
conflict.
Okay.
so confused.
That's all. I know. The confusion is what I was looking for.
Fortunately, nothing of any great
Well,
concern
I
has come of
actually
their
need to
meddling
talk
just
to you
yet.
about something later.
Okay.
We
What's
also
wrong?
encountered a number of the Crystarians' former
it's-
defenders, busily
something.
solving this problem and that in a bid
Yeah,
to
well, we
become
can go
warriors of
down to
light.
the other channel.
Oh, you're
Their
right.
zeal is to be applauded.
Be right back, right?
It's but a pity I cannot encourage them on their cause.
Not knowing Elizabeth set them upon it, no. Both the troubles to be solved and the villains to be vanquished are his doing too, like as not. And so, with apologies to the aspiring warriors of light, I believe it best that we deal with the Ascians quickly and quietly.
I quite agree.
But tell us, what news from the source? How fare our bodies?
Gonna be real with you all. I touched your hand and it was really fucking cold.
Oh dear. Then we must read.
This would seem an appropriate moment to ask about the spirit vessel. Tell me you've made some progress.
It's been literally 6 months. Come on, man.
We have, as it happens. One moment.
This fucking waddles over.
The red stones. Then this doth mean...
For the benefit of all, permit us to explain. As you will recall, using white auracite as our starting point, we fashioned a vessel for mind and memory both. Yet, though it served this purpose admirably, the process of imbuing it with one's complete essence proved a somewhat thornier proposition. Simply put, the memory would not accompany the mind. And so, we looked to the Allegan's mastery of memory transference for a solution.
This approach was not without its own complications, however, relying as it does upon blood, which inanimate objects notably do not possess. We duly explored methods of suffusing the vessel with drops of the aforementioned. Alas, our painstaking experimentation succeeded only in making me feel faint, and singularly failed to imbue the crystal with the necessary properties. It was then that an idea occurred to me, namely that we might fuse the vessel not with normal blood, but with my crystallized essence.
Your what?
You're doing this for our sakes, so far be it from us to complain. But don't think we haven't noticed what's happening to your arm.
It falls well short of offering up my life in exchange for yours, which was your only stipulated prohibition, as I recall. And it is but a small price to pay for delivering you home.
Assuming it works. We shall soon know if this grisly addition will serve as a suitable conduit for the subject's memory. Though not soon enough to warrant your waiting. The test is like to take a while.
Let us be off then. We have Ascians to attend to, among other things.
Forgive me, but I count 6 vessels, and there are only 5 of us.
One is for testing purposes. I will personally use it to see whether the crystal functions as it should.
And if it does, wouldn't that mean that your soul could also return to the source?
Yes. In theory, at least. But there is a distinct difference between your circumstances and mine. While your corporeal forms want for souls, my past self does not. Mayhap our essences would blend, or mayhap they would curdle. There is no telling what might occur.
And you'd be willing to take that risk?
Am I gonna play CTR still remember?
I would.
Okay.
I see.
Damn. There's so many. Oh! That. There's so many times where characters do that, and I'm just like, the fucking steal. The actual, like, metal to say that. When our grandfather first decided to journey to Eorzea, Alice did not take kindly to my silence on the subject. Don't pretend to understand things you don't, he said, or rather shouted. Having oft been the subject of a scorn, I am predisposed to sympathize with the Exarch. But I do understand how she feels. Now more than I ever did. Ali, hold on. There's so many characters around here. I, for one, support the Exarch's choice. To be alive is to be driven by a purpose. Few are as driven as him. I note that Y'shtola isn't even here. It's stupid, but I've never really stopped to think about what would happen once a vessel were complete. Now, there's no point. I hope this test is a success. I'm sorry, I know it was childish to still arm off like that. And I probably feel that way as I do. I know it was childish to storm off, and I know it's childish to feel this way. Pull yourself together. Has thou a moment, Rhett? I would speak with thee on the matter of Exarch's mooted return onto the source. Thou have observed that our friend spake not of certainties, yet if Beak-Lu hath the right of it, it is possible to predict the outcome of his plan, and with some confidence. It is their assessment that, given the opportunity, the Exarch's soul should successfully merge with his younger self. What is not to say the process without complications. For one, the Exarch hath been subject to an additional rejoining, an experience which will have wrought the change in this ethereal composition. As thou thyself did demonstrate in merging with Ardbert, however, there was existeth an affinity twixt like souls, and this doth give cause to hope. Yet there remaineth one immutable condition upon which success doth hinge. The Exarch must needs recognize his past self as simply that, himself. Our recent travails have demonstrated memories are essential to the soul. Any discrepancies in the former may be feasible to cause latter to spurn its former flesh. This seemingly simple yet complex problem, for nigh on century our friend hath striven to deliver this realm, deliver you, thee. And to that singular end did he cast aside his very name, he might assume the mantle of the Crystal Exile. Henceforth, none can say what choices our friend will make, but I thought it only right to make thou aware of these truths. Music good. Dorian Jet thinks it isn't gonna work because he doesn't see himself as who he was from 100 years ago. That. Right then. While the Exarch literally pours his own sweat and blood into his allotted task, it seems only fair that we attend to our own. Dealing with Elidibus and his minion. Just so. And there is one other matter. In light of our deteriorating health, Y'shtola should not be left alone, and neither. Might I trouble you to visit her, Red? See that all is well. I would go myself, but I think she might be safe by the hands of one less prone to collapse. Yeah, okay, you want me to do it. My thanks. You may leave the askings to us. Once they are out of the way, we will retire to Yulm. And when Y'shtola has finished plumbing the depths, I'd like you two to join us. If you're bound for Anyender, I suggest you go visit Vermont Yard. Our friends there would be glad to provide a boat. Yeah, okay. Let us be on our way then. Don't do anything I wouldn't. Oh, wait! I have a gift from you. From Tataru. Eat this bread! From Tataru. Whatever could it be? It's bread! Hearken loath, thou sayest. Why, even to hear the name doth transport me to times long. Bread from another world? May I try some? Yeah, go ahead. Mayest thou, child? Thou must! That said, though I personally disagree with the consensus, I do nonetheless advise thee temper thine expectations, cause it tastes bad on purpose. Wiser words may have never been uttered. Though it is really darkened our dining table at home, I can attest it was a standard fare in the study room. Indeed, a slice was never far from our peer's hand. Oh, for no! You really are unbearable snobs sometimes, you know that. What I believe my colleagues is trying to say. We appreciate the gesture. Tell Tataru will do our best to return before she's forced to seek further supplementary employment. Right. Let's really be off now. We can find a drink to wash down the bread on the way. Rain. This tastes like shit. That's what she's gonna say. Because it's literally like fish paste and vegetable oils mashed into bread. Yeah, I love the music in this game. Game's also loud. You gotta turn it down. Whoa, something changed in here. What changed? Official site? Whoa! I like this edition, actually. That's a good thing to add. I bet that doesn't work on the PS4 version. Good PS4 version. The idle shipwright. The warrior darkness itself what brings it to these parts. I need a boat! Head out to sea. I need a boat. Give me the boat. Please, sir. Please give me the boat. Oh, we're back here. He's just gonna be on the floor or some shit, dude. I'm ready. Am I a time traveler?
Excellent. I had intended to speak with you alone. None of my doing, lest you misunderstand. The link between her body and soul wavers. I know not what you hoped to find here, but it will avail you naught to learn of our past.
Oh, they're really gonna give us more of Elizabeth's story here. Reviewing the records again? Really? You worry too much, Elidibus. This dedication to your duty verges on obsession. I think someone thought you ill-suited for the role. How wrong they were! But come, turn your gaze outside the window, my friend. The rains have ceased, and we've been graced with another beautiful day.
It fades. Fades away into oblivion. Does the world no longer have need of me? No. I am Elidibus, and I will fulfill my duty.
What?
Sundered though you may be, you fought for the world's salvation. For hope. Hope. Ah, it swells within me, empowers me. Now I may carry out my mission. And yet, why do I yearn for this? Why do I struggle so?
What the? This is getting confusing.
I shall take her into my safekeeping. If you want her back, you will do as I ask.
Bitch! No!
Show me your strength. I would take your measure.
Really?
I have prepared a suitable arena. You need but ride the flow of ether.
We're just gonna do it? We're just gonna fight? Your eye level's too bullshit. Get out of here.